Yes, and you guys, Springfield Culture Fest is coming up September 28th, and here with all the details is Mitch Brashears. He is with the International Institute of Southwest Missouri. So, Mitch, so great to have you.
So thank you for having me here. It's such a pleasure.
Of
It's
course.
good to see you.
So, Culture Fest coming up pretty quick.
Exciting, yes, indeed.
For people that don't know about Culture Fest, can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. So Culture Fest is an annual event that we have on Commercial Street. It's expanded every year, brings in about 5,000 people last year, and we're expecting more and more this year because it just continues to grow and grow and grow. We have a stage with performers from all over the world. I think we have 15 different countries that are represented on that. We'll have a fashion show. We have tons of food trucks, lots of different food, tons of sponsors. It's going to be just a wonderful time.
How do you find participants from all these countries?
It's actually relatively simple. Since we built a reputation for a few years, we do have performers from previous years, but also they talk to the people in that same sort of circle, and I mostly get solicited and, hey, can we perform? And absolutely. So it's pretty neat to see that groundswell come into it.
Would you say Springfield and the Ozark area is pretty culturally diverse?
Incredibly diverse. Surprisingly, we tend to feel like it's kind of homogenized here in Southwest Missouri, but it's really not. I was talking to the city, and I think they said that there are over 90 different languages spoken at Springfield Public Schools, which is insane. Yes, right? And so as far as the International Institute, which I am a part of, we have been around for just over 11 years. We're a branch of the International Institute of St. Louis, Missouri, and so we've been resettling refugees in this area since about 2017 or so. We've done almost 900 at this point. This year we're doing over 400 refugees just in this area from all over the world. So it's a really exciting, a very diverse area, much more than we might think offhand.
And I think C Street is a perfect place for it.
Perfect
When you
place.
think about even just the culturally diverse food restaurants on C Street.
Unquestionably, yes. Such a wide, diverse region there, and that's why we kind of focus on C Street, because of that diversity, because of that spirit of, let's all mix in together. Let's all just have just a really rich society here.
Well, can you take us back to kind of your start in like culture and international business affairs and all that stuff? Like what attracted you to it?
Me specifically?
Yeah.
Well, so I worked at Springfield Music for 25 years. Up until just this last year, I stepped over into this particular role. Springfield Music, of course, is now Ernie Williamson Music, so shout out there. But it was just time for me to make a different move, and this really drew me into that. I was a Peace Corps volunteer back in the early 2000s with my wife, so I definitely know that feeling of being displaced and being in a new country and being in a new place. So it really spoke to me, this particular position at the International Institute, because I recognize that whole life change when you start to move to a new country, a new culture, new people, that weirdly deep-seated anxiety of being in a new place is really something I wanted to facilitate people becoming more comfortable and integrating better.
Yeah.
Is there a rundown or a timeline of events that people can expect for the 28th?
Yeah, so we've got, it's 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. is what the run of the show is. We'll have every 15 to 30 minutes, just depending on the act, we'll have something roll over to that. And again, I have maybe 15, 18 different groups that are participating into it on the stage. We have MCs, we'll have just a wide variety of participation on that, but it will just be throughout the whole day.
Oh, wonderful.
I was going to say, for anyone new to the area, this would be a great event to kind of just immerse yourself.
Absolutely.
One-stop shop, but fully immersive.
It is, and we've grown so much in this year. I think we went from 2 or 3 food trucks last year to 20 this year. So it's going to be a huge group in there. We're adding an extra an extra block on Commercial Street. So it's just going to be a big event. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Are there any? You said food trucks, and had my interest at food because we all love it. Examples of some of the food trucks we'll get there, or some culturally different food trucks maybe that we haven't heard of?
Definitely. So we know Jamaican Patty's been a pretty consistent one. We've got a variety of, we're partnering with the Hispanic Network this year, and so we have a lot of Hispanic food trucks that are coming through. We'll have it's just a huge range of different foods and flavors that'll be there.
Ah, yes.
And family friendly, I assume.
Absolutely family friendly.
And admission?
No admission, free of charge, so just come as you want and stay, see everything, enjoy the performances, and then roll on out however you wish.
Are you seeing any of the international students, like the universities around here, participating in this? Because we've had them on the show and talk about representation of diversity within the,
Absolutely.
colleges.
Working with Drury and MSU, both of those have international students that will be participating through volunteer situations, and I'm sure there'll just be a groundswell of people for that as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what for you is your favorite part from last year, I guess, going into this year? What are you most looking forward to or hoping?
I love the music. Like, I'm just a big, again, I've been in the music scene in this area for 25 years, and I just love seeing the different music, you know, as you grow older, your tastes change a little bit, right? And so I've absolutely expanded my musical palette over the years. So just getting to hear different music from all these different countries is it's a thrill for me.
Okay, so if people want more information, how can they get that and all the details of happening that day?
SGF CultureFest.com is our website that we can get into it. You can go to Facebook, of course, has information on that as well. You can also just give me a ring if you want to at any time at the International Institute of Southwest Missouri, Mitch, so you can get a hold of me. But if you have any questions, you're welcome to call. You're welcome to go to the website.
Quick question, how many years have you been doing this now?
This year?
Yeah.
At International
CultureFest.
Oh, CultureFest this is our 5th year.
5th year. I could not remember. I was trying to. I was like, I know we've talked about this many times, but I can't remember how many years.
COVID throws everything in a
It does.
doesn't it? It's like there's the line of what was the golf? What did I do? What was my name? That type of
Right,
thing. Yes,
right.
yes.
It's like you lose track of time a little
right.
bit. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, 5th already, and you've
right.
grown so much. That's crazy.
I was gonna say, yeah, from just looking at the food truck standpoint, from
Huge
what
growth,
3 last
yes.
year to 20 this year.
Yes.
And
Exciting.
is there any way any people can that have a food truck get involved still, or has deadline been cut off?
No cutoff on that. If you still want to participate, go to sgfculturefest.com and you can find any information that you want on there, whether it's a sponsorship, whether even a performer. We might still be able to fit a couple performers in. We have it covered, but the more the merrier is, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
Always
me.
good to see you. It's going to be a great time, great entertainment, great food, great experience here on Commercial Street. Don't go anywhere. So much more fun on Ozarks Fox AM right after this. I want some food right now.